Kicks 105.5. Good morning.
He's
Best
still
I ever had,
singing.
Gary
He's
Allen.
still singing. Why are you talking?
Dude, the brother's talking over top of me. Now you're talking over me. Don't you know who I am? I'm the number one DJ in Vermont. Shh, all hail Shawn Knight.
He's the number one DJ on the intersection of Daniels Farm. No, actually, it's Concord Ave all the way through.
I'm dating a French model online right now, too, in case you want to know. At least that's what he said he was.
Yeah. I had a conversation and it started off, bonjour.
Bonjour. I don't know why you're bothering looking at your phone, because that's always like you're trying to pull something up to talk about.
No.
I've got my own agenda today.
Oh, then I'm going to put that phone away.
Yeah, put it away. So
That's why I love coming in here. I don't have to work.
I want to talk about negligence.
like my decision to come in here today.
Negligence.
Yeah.
Let's talk about roofs, for example, being that there's snow right now. You come to me as my, specialty guy, and you're like, Shawn, it would be wise of you to replace this roof that you have. And I have you for some years, and year after year you say, you really should replace this roof. Then one year, I don't get out there with a snow shovel, I don't hire anybody, and the roof caves in. And I've been aware that my roof has been kind of on its way out because you've been telling me for a while. Are you still going to pay me, even though you've told me for years that's not very smart of you? Because it would then, if I had some old stuff in the house, get me some new stuff. That's how people think. I know, and I'm asking you, so what would occur in this particular situation?
We call that a morale hazard.
Okay.
And what that is
It
that
affects when you re-up. It affects when you go to the next place.
it
But are
affects,
you gonna-
it affects how we think of it before we even write it. So there's a couple things at play here based on what you're bringing up. So one, if I'm coming to you for the very first time and you're going, hey, I'd like you to insure my lovely house here that needs a new roof desperately, there's going to be things that, and this brings up the point. Why do I go to properties before I write them? I go
Because
to them.
I'm going to say my roof is perfect.
Yeah.
And you're going to say,
And I'm like,
no.
that's pretty nasty. And we write appropriately. So there may be I may have had to write a policy form, maybe a basic policy that wouldn't cover leaking roof, or collapse. But when let's say you've been insured with me for a long time, it's at that point it's his word against mine, and I have a diary, but it's not going to hold up. I mean, any ambiguity in the contract is always going to err on the side of the insured, so most likely the insurance company would have to pay for it, but that would probably be the end.
Okay.
You would lose your coverage at your next renewal.
So I would have to go to a different company. Going to the next company, do you share information such as this guy is shisty?
Well, if I'm remarketing going, well, this is why this happened, that's obviously going to play a role. I mean, we're field underwriters, so we're coming into this going, this could be a problem. And then, of course, that loss is going to be accounted for. We're going to have to describe the loss and how it occurred. So, as an insured, I mean, the contract does tell you what they're going to cover, and the insurance company is really the only one that has to hold up their end of the deal as long as you're paying your insurance. But as the insured, it is expected of you that you're going to take some care and maintenance of the property to prevent loss.
And that's where I was going to go, right? Is there a cost-effective way or a better way of handling things as such? You go to me and you say, this roof is no good. I don't want to see this go through a claim and et cetera, et cetera. Why don't you go ahead and here's somebody I can recommend to you, maybe patch this part of the roof or get somebody more consistent with coming and taking the snow off of your roof. Cost-effective ways to help me not be that person that you're going to drop from insurance.
Right. We're certainly going to make recommendations. We're not going to necessarily give you the name of a contractor because we don't want to be showing any favoritism. We might give you a list of people that we know do good work, but we would certainly bring to your attention that, hey, maybe you want to consider addressing this issue, or if you have a roof that's prone to getting ice dams and leaking, you should be up there shoveling it anyway. And I say this being the guy who has gotten up on my roof 3 times this year and cleaned it off.
And you have a newer roof because you have a newer home.
Right. But I'm also the insurance agent that doesn't want to have a claim because of something that I've let go.
Right.
So I tend to go the extra mile and really try to prevent things from happening.
Well, then you get, some senior people who, if some teenage boy doesn't walk by with a ladder and a shovel, hey, can I take care of your roof? I'm not going to want to, as a senior person with maybe a hip problem, go and take care of my own roof.
Right.
And right now, if I tried to call somebody right now, I might get put on like a 2-day waiting list.
At least, yeah.
To get that taken care of. So preventative measures is kind of what I was shooting for.
Yeah.
And along those same lines, people like AAA. Do you believe in AAA? Do you like AAA? You made a face, which makes me think no.
No, I don't have any experience with them. So
You don't do anything?
I don't do anything with AAA.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just, because if my car breaks down, I'll, of course, want to get assistance. And AAA is kind of the person that helps me with a flat tire or gives me some gas or tows me.
Right.
Can I write that off on insurance? Can I get reimbursed for that?
No.
What do they call that? Just daily?
If you have towing and labor on your policy, and you have to call, so if AAA is what you're subscribing to, you're covered through AAA. But if you don't have that, and you've asked to have it on your policy, or we are, obviously we quote it. So if you choose to have it, you could get a reimbursement or even have some level of roadside assistance on your policy. Well, what a shift that was, Shawn, from the roof to man.
I come up with interesting things that just kind of strike my noodle, but well, Limpy Noodle, you've got to get going. I've got to move on to the next hour. And good policies with Barrett Insurance. Oh, it's looking fabulous. Oh. Don't comment on it when you're told to shut up about it.
You were, I wasn't.
No, because, it's an insurance squabble, I guess, at this point. And then how long does squabbling go on for? Yeah. And I've actually had...
It really depends on how much the parties want to squabble, I suppose. Yeah.
And I've actually been in situations, mostly car incidents.
Yeah.
But not where I've argued. And they've dragged it out. I remember I had an incident that occurred to me in college, and it literally took 2 years. And the person I had the incident with actually was doing bad things to his stepdaughter. His stepdaughter pulled the gun out from underneath the pillow while he slept and shot him. So I got paid out from the estate after they sold his house.
My goodness gracious.
And property. I got paid out that way, but for years I'm just like, can we settle this? Can we settle this? And no. So
there's processes involved.
Is there not like a time cap, a limit? Like, okay,
there's a time cap of keeping you in the loop.
Get off the pot. You know what I mean? And just tell me what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Why do they make things so lengthy? Due diligence takes years?
Companies working with or against each other, really. I mean, if there's more than one insurance company involved, before one insurance company says, "Hey, we'll pay this,"
well, that's
they want to make sure that it's definitely their exposure to pay versus somebody else's.
Currently, I'm in a situation where I wish to transfer over to you, but I'm stuck. You said I can't get out of an old insurance while still in the middle of a claim.
Right, and all the stuff that you've told me, I don't want you. I mean, it's adverse selection.
Not
sir.
Me, my daughter. All right, good policies. Mike Barrett, you can give him a call at his office and talk to him more about anything that we discuss or questions, concerns. Be your best advocate yourself. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, give us a call, 748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube is all Barrett Insurance Agency.
Thanks, buddy. See you next Wednesday.
All righty.